Pour your bubbly and cook with me.
Welcome to Champagne and Cuisine. I got my bubbly. I hope you have yours too. Today we're going to be doing lamb chops. I have many recipes for lamb chops, but this is one of my beginner recipes for lamb chops. It's quick, it's easy. We're going to marinate and grill these lamb chops. They're going to be delicious. So let's get started. Hey guys, today we're going to make lamb chops, one of my favorite proteins. Lamb chops are so delicious, so tasty, so good. Tender, they pick up the flavor well. And we're going to do one of my recipes for lamb chops today. We are going to grill them. So let's get started. First, with your lamb chops, you're going to put it on the bone side. And we're going to butcher our lamb chops one by one. So I like to feel right in between and see where the bone is so that I can slice directly and make a precise and perfect chop like this. Look how meaty and beautiful these are. So you just don't be scared of it, just put your finger right there, see where that bone is, and cut directly right into the bone. Place it in your seasoning bowl. Okay, now this is the first step. Once we have our lamb butchered and chopped, it should be in your seasoning bowl. Nice, fresh, ready for seasoning. So the seasonings that we're going to use today is salt, garlic herb, a buttery steakhouse seasoning. Now this is one of my favorite seasonings, but you can use any steakhouse seasoning that you have. It doesn't matter. You can use any type of smokehouse, steakhouse seasoning that you have. I use buttery steakhouse. Pepper, onion powder, chili powder, and this is a mesquite chili powder to give it some nice sweetness. Seasonal, dash original seasoning, all-purpose, and your red pepper for some spice and some kick. And then we're going to top it down and we're going to marinate in red wine. So let's get started. Now, as I told you all, I like to shake my seasonings as I go. I just know how much seasonings to use. But for this recipe, if you are a beginner, then you're going to use a teaspoon of each one of these seasonings. You're going to use a teaspoon of each one of these seasonings and just put them together, and then you can go ahead and throw them over your lamb chops and have the perfect seasoning. See how, as I season, I just kind of run my lamb chops together, let them pick up all that good seasoning off the bowl. And it doesn't matter what order seasonings you put in. You can do it in any order, it's going to pick it all up. To make sure the seasoning is on both sides of the meat. So as you see, I sprinkle and then I will allow it to flip and then I will sprinkle the other side. The seasoning smells so good. salt, like I told you before. Salt is the only thing that you do not use as much seasoning as the rest. Salt, we always just do a dash, just a sprinkle, just to, you know, make this meat nice and tender. You don't ever want to use a lot of salt, so I just do a slight sprinkle, and that's it. Now, once my lamb chops are all nice and seasoned up, I roll them around, and then we're going to have beautiful seasoned lamb chops. Look how seasoned that is. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our lime, and we're going to squeeze some lime juice in it. One of my favorite things to do after I season my meats down is I like to get a good Ziploc bag. We're going to place our lamb chops inside of the Ziploc bag, and then we're going to add in our red wine and let it marinate. Just throw them right into the bag, one by one. And after you throw them in, you're going to take your wine. This is just one rack of lamb, so I'm going to use maybe, if the bottle was totally full, I would have only used maybe a half of the bottle. So I'm going to use the second half on one rack. You're going to seal that up. Once you fill it up, you just kind of let that wine sit at the bottom. You just kind of shake it around and just let these sit. You don't just shake them. You just kind of throw it back and forth and let everything marinate. And you're going to let these sit. And I say the longer the better, but if it's a quick night, you just need to get them done. 20 minutes is just fine. So we're going to let these sit for 20 minutes and we're going to let these marinate. So we're about to get started. We're going to grill our lamb, and I'm just going to use a little bit of Pam right over top of my grill, and that's all that you need. So we're going to open the grill up, and I'm going to set the grill at the highest of 450. I'm going to spray the grill down. I'm going to open my lamb up. My lamb is nice and marinated. Everything is married together now. And everything is ready for the grill. Ain't nothing like the smell of the grill. Okay, now that our grill is nice and hot and it's ready, we set our grill at temperature of 450. We are going to lay our lamb chops one by one onto our grill. Now lamb, you want nice and tender in the inside and nice and crispy on the outside. So the key is to not overcook your lamb. The thicker pieces may need to sit a little longer than the smaller pieces, but you definitely want it nice and tender on the inside. So we're going to cover our lamb while it's cooking. That's going to allow all the heat to go into the inside and cook the inside and keep it nice and tender. You're only going to let these sit for about a good 5 minutes, but I believe that you should check it regardless. I always check my meats to make sure that I'm not overcooking, because the biggest thing with meats is that you want your meats to be cooked to perfection. So checking matters. Okay, so we're about 2 to 3 minutes into cooking, and I just want to uncover and I just want to look at my side. Oh, it's looking amazing. You can already see that it's starting to cook on one side. So we're gonna let it sit for about another 4 minutes, and then we're gonna flip sides, and then we're going to have amazing lamb chops. Okay, so now we are about 6 to 7 minutes in to our first side of our lamb, and now we're going to rotate our lamb, and we're going to turn our lamb over. Oh, these look so amazing. You can tell how tender they are by how when you turn them, they shake and they move. You always want your meat to dance with you. If you're gonna flip that meat and it's stiff, honey, that meat is overcooked and it's gone, child. It's bad, it's not good, don't serve it. So now I'm just gonna come in and check my lamb on the opposite side. Almost there. Looking good. Look at that. You see the lines are a little lighter. So we're just going to let it cook for about another 4 minutes. All together tops, we've cooked this lamb in about 12 minutes, and it's going to be amazing. And now we're done. Our beautiful grilled lamb is completed. We're going to plate it. We're going to taste it. It's going to be amazing. So all together, I cooked this lamb for 12 minutes. 6 minutes on each side. And we have a beautiful plate of grilled lamb chops. Okay, so now I have my taster here. Raza is here, my production guy is here to taste the amazing food. So I want you to taste. Just grab it. Just go at it.
Oh yeah, that's tender too.
Oh, it's so tender. Look how well it is in the middle. That is medium. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I come right off. That's what's
Juicy. You see that juice?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's falling.
Full of juice.
I'll wipe all this out now. Yeah, that's good. That's fire. That's fire. That's a good one. That's the one for the book.
Yes. Enjoy.